Alright, hello and welcome back to Oblivion, the Deadly Druid Adventures. We have been fairly deadly recently, haven't we? But yeah, so last time, we continued our quest to get Mehrunes Razor, and we did it. It was a very difficult challenge. One of the things that sort of happened was, before I had entered Sundercliff Watch, I made a big change in Massacre's Oblivion Overhaul's INI file. I increased the difficulty and activated the combat balancer, which is supposed to make combat quicker and more balanced. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but boy, does it make everything deadly. There was a large portion of time, I'd say, from before we entered this dungeon, I don't even know, like, since the start, maybe like before we did the Thieves Guild, where like I didn't use healing at all, which is pretty wild. So I'm very happy with the difficulty now. We do have to be careful. I do have to heal. Creatures are especially devastating, so are vampires. But yeah, we have gotten significant upgrades. We used Mehrunes Razor for a while. It's pretty cool. It does keep track of your kills, but apparently it doesn't actually do anything beyond that. So we're back to Hope's Fire. But yeah, so we've got dark green glass, which is badass. So we've got like almost full glass except for the helmet, which is awesome. But yeah, so I've also stripped some of the enchantments and put them on what we currently have. So we found the guy at the end of the Mehrunes Razor quest had a spell turn cloak, so we took the spell turn off of that and put it on the glass greaves. So now we got resist magic 15%, reflect spell, and absorb spell 15, which is amazing. I think previously we were using something that only did like resist magic, and one thing you gotta understand, right, is resist magic is nice. You know, you get a certain % chance to resist a spell, right? But when you add the reflect and the absorb, it's like a larger net to catch any spell that's cast at you, which is really awesome. So we got that, and I put the Dureni's staff enchantment on that, which we had with our previous glass curious, the normal one. And then blade turn was on a hood, so I put it on my shoes, and now we have resist normal weapons and reflect damage. So so this is what we look like now. We got 40 spell absorption, 70 spell reflection, 39 damage reflection. Resist normal weapons 40, which is significant. That means basically, unless you're wielding an enchanted weapon, a Daedric weapon, or a silver weapon, that's damage reduction right there. Plus the 39% from the reflect damage. This is also why I've had to increase the difficulties, because we're just stacked when it comes to enchantments. I may alter stuff a bit later, like what's the point of having resist magic 90 and both of these, other than just, you know, more invulnerability when it comes to magic. So I might switch them out at some point. Maybe take some of these enchantments off and, like, I don't know, fortify strength or something. Anywho, very cool stuff. And then, after we did all that stuff in Sundercliff Watch and got Mehrunes Razor and the blade turn and the spell turn stuff, we did Sindirian's quest. Well, kind of. He needs like a ton of Nirnroot. We've handed in 30 total. I need another 30. So yeah, I'm not gonna physically work towards that. Like, we'll just gradually get Nirnroot over time. Although I've got to say, I've found a ton in Blackwood. That is the best. But yeah, so we've actually started to do 2 quests I've kind of been waiting for a little while. It's one of those things like a courier has to show up. But yeah, so we did part of the Kvatri built quest. We had to find a missing shipment that was in this laughing stand cave. Actually, let me mark that as done. And yeah, so that was pretty cool. Although what was weird about that cave was that it was filled with Imperial soldiers, and they'd completely wiped out the place. It was weird. And hey, Lilac, how's it going? And then after that, we started the Dark Brotherhood Renewed quest line. I was going to do more off camera, but then I realized I'm actually stuck here. Like if I teleported out of here and like fast traveled, I wouldn't be able to come back here too easily. So yeah, basically right now our mission is we're going to sort of reactivate or sort of install more leaders into the Dark Brotherhood and gain back some of these sanctuaries. Like right now we are underneath the Imperial City. So yeah, we're going to get an Imperial City sanctuary ready to go. Oh, actually, one thing I forgot to say too is we did recently become a Master of Sneak. That was when we were trying to tame a swamp dragon. We did succeed eventually, but yeah. So one thing I realized was we don't need to sneak anymore, really. I mean, we still need to train illusion and alteration, but block is a serious one. So I think I'm gonna change my combat style and kind of go more berserk and like really go at the enemies hard and make sure I train my block as often as I can. There we go. Crescent Scimitar. What else you got? Finding these red Welkin stones on them. Pretty crazy looking. I've seen a couple like teleporters with the red Welkin stones, so you might need these to like activate different teleporters. Exit to beneath the Bloodworks. What else we got down here? In vain. At some point we have to look at crafting with Masker's Oblivion Overhaul, because I've got like a bunch of ore lying around, even Stalthrim, which sounds great. Air hammers, arrows. But yeah, actually one of the things I sort of realized is we're gonna be using a lot of archery in our Skyrim playthrough. So I talked about maybe including bows in this playthrough, but actually I think I might actually do hand-to-hand. Because it is kind of druidy, right? You know, like turning into an animal using your hand-to-hand. And not that will be you turning into an animal, but, you know, metaphysically turning into an animal and just ripping people apart. So that'll be the plan. And one of the cool things we can do with this is we could actually train alteration and illusion while we use our hand-to-hand. I have a special mod installed from our previous playthrough with Oblivion, where the Monk of Malakath, basically, it's called I think it's called Enchanted Hand-to-Hand, and basically what it does is you can make spells, and as long as they're like in your like spell hotkeys, like right here as I'm switching them, it casts it as a touch spell whenever you punch. So ideally you make like a low cost spell, like a damage health 5 or something like that, and then it like you train your destruction and punch at the same time. It's like having enchanted fists. It's awesome. So we'll probably do that with like illusion and alteration by doing, I don't know, like burden and frickin' we could do like paralysis or silence and burden. That'd be pretty cool. Alright. And you know what? We should probably make a better light spell, I'm thinking. Because, I mean, there is Night Eye, but holy crap is Night Eye bright. What's a gargoyle? Ha! Reflected the spell. Nice. Needs a key too. Oh, did that raise that or lower that? Oh, okay. I accidentally raised it. But yeah, I'm thinking tomorrow I'd like to do a longer stream. It's been a while since I've done it because I was sick for a while. But yeah, I think we might start off next session with a bunch of Midas magic spells. because holy crap, I've got a ton of ingredients stored up and ready to go, and we could probably make some outrageous stuff.
Your presence here will not be tolerated.
Gosh, who said that? Oh, let me see my quest again. Bandits, okay. Should keep a sharp eye out for some kind of secret entry into the... Well, we've been to the Brotherhood Sanctuary Chambers. Oh, yeah? Oh, it could do with some tweaking? Gotcha. Why is it, like, too easy to, like, make certain weapons or something like that? Like it's a balancing issue? Greaves of Repercussion, nice. What were those? Chainmail gauntlets? Alright, light iron. I just want to make sure the way's open. It's like it is. Oh look, there's dire wolves. Oh yeah, you know what? There was a mysterious coffin with a Dark Brotherhood thing on it. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, nice. Actually, one thing I might do, and I'm not sure about this, but I might do it. There is sort of, if I want to min-max a little bit when it comes to blocking, perhaps I should actually use a different weapon. Because this weapon is incredibly powerful. Like, almost 2 times the amount of power of that of, like, a Daedric longsword. So maybe we'll, like, change up our blade and make something that makes combat more challenging and make it so that, because, I mean, this blade is crazy. I like it, and we earned it. Holy crap, that battle was crazy. But yeah, I think we might actually go for, like a weaker weapon so that combat lasts a bit longer and we can block more. Oh, got you. So the deeds make it very difficult in the beginning. But then afterwards it's like super easy. Gosh. He's blocking or shield bashing me. But yeah, since I'm actually a master of sneak, I'm gonna change my combat style a little bit here to still level up, right? And maybe I'll grab like a nice little like spell to be able to train illusion and alteration, just to like cast it on them and make them a bit weaker or something like that. Or I don't know, maybe make me tougher to deal with. Do that too. Or we could sort of use it as a utility, right? Where we could have, we could just do like a light spell, like a really powerful light spell. Let's see here. Starlight, I believe it's Moonlight? Moonlight or Starlight? That's 30 feet for 120. Yeah, I think that's the one. But yeah, I think a larger radius would be nice. 60 feet, something like that. Now there were some chests. Check those out. I think I am walking in this. I believe we were in here partially for the Thieves Guild quest, and this place is incredibly convoluted. Oh yeah, I remember that because I was placing the furniture and you kind of have to like pick it up and put it down. You can't arrange it like you can with the Imperial Furniture mod. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Whoa! Frickin' holy shit, vampires flying out of nowhere. Also, this poor sorcerer. Oh, that's weird. I was going to decapitate her and then something happened there. Weird. But yeah, I love the Imperial Furniture mod. I mean, that is the, That's the chest that we always put stuff in, is an Imperial furniture chest. Because it's just so much easier to be able to teleport right there and have all that stuff ready to go. Really nice. Let me see here. So we need Palace Sewers, Market Sewers, Southeast Tunnel. Oh, interesting. They don't actually show... weird. They don't actually show the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary entrance. Let's try to head back there and make sure it's on the map. That could be an issue. Also, is this the chest I can open? Nice. Got that one guy with a key right here. Okay. Oh yeah, isn't it that I can press insert? That marker overall cannot add mark. Oh, I can't add it to interiors. Alright, so it looks like there's something more I have to do in the Imperial Sanctuary then. Let me see. Can I like... No. Yeah, I mean that is a bit of a pain, right? The pop-up that appears, like to adjust it, move it, or open it.
Damn, I've lost them.
Now I have the key to this cage. It'd be cool if like you were able to sort of like in certain mods, like activating a companion is like sneak and activate.
Showing your face.
Also, did you notice for a second that guy didn't see me? That was fantastic.
You're pathetic.
Bone Tulwar. Yeah, let's find a nice mid-tier sword to use, I think. We'll downgrade with the intention of training my block more. Yeah, crouch click or something, right? Yeah, like there's some sort of fast way to do it. It's 23. 5. How does this look? Oh, it's two-handed though. It's very cool looking though. That's awesome. We're starting to find some amazing weapons though. Which is fantastic because I gotta say, late game Oblivion can sometimes get kind of dull when it comes to equipment. Because you're essentially left with this sort of thing where, like, everything's like you have full Daedric armor, like you've gone in your first like level 30 dungeon, you've defeated like 4 bandits and you got full Daedric and a Daedric longsword, and then that's like the top tier stuff. With all this modded content, we're gonna keep finding new and unique things, which is just fantastic. Oh no. Gosh, I used to be so good at translating Daedric. I need a decoder in order to do it, but holy crap. Alright, so what do we have here then? Bunch of gold. I did the Imperial City. Got blank notes and Elda Wildrunner's Journal. Crimson Blades, Sideways Cave Field Report. Okay. Entry 1, sometimes I wonder why I bother anymore. Today, all days, I don't know what possessed me to do it, but I've agreed to help a necromancer named Vizero? Is that a Z? Or Vigoro? On some crazy quest. So today we leave for the comfort of our camp near Harlan's Watch to go mucking around in some foul cave below the Imperial City. All I know is that it better be worth the paltry sum we're being paid for this. Oh gosh, there's a lot of entries. Let's skip to the last one. Not very promising, the sewer entry leads out into the section beneath the Arena Bloodworks and it's infested with vampires. I'll have to head into the city for some supplies, so figuring out a way around them will be priority. Sinjin Crazy Legs will be in charge of the operation here in the ruin until I get back. I can at least trust him not to take off with my share of the prize. So I found a journal belonging to the ringleader of the bandits who has taken over the ruin. They appear to be nothing like the relic hunters who have come in search of the Welkin stones, hired by a necromancer named Vizero. It was a Z. Perhaps there is something more to these stones than the obvious. Well, Vulcan stone has fused itself into place. An active teleporter. Alright. Okay, well we got a bunch of red Welkin stones. Ancient shrine. As I approached the shrine of the Night Mother, she imparted a vision into me. This vision of pedestals in the chamber had a red Welkin stone atop it. It appears that in order to sanctify the sanctuary, I'm going to recover the stones from the relic hunters who have defiled the shrine and restore them to their anchors. Which kind of looks like I've done. I hope I didn't accidentally do this out of order. Ah! I found a curious device with a Black Hand logo on one of the sanctuaries. It appears as a teleporter pad, but is inactive. I wonder if any one of the other sanctuaries knows what their purpose is. Inactive. Active? Seems like they're all inactive currently. Let me activate the shrine again and see if it's... Ah! A thought forms in your head. Not yet, my child. Have patience. I've placed all the 8 Welkin stones on their anchors in the Night Mother. Let's see. What? Indicated that the sanctuary is now sanctified. I should return to Arkwin and inform her of the news. Before leaving, though, I should make sure that the sewer entrance has been opened so the Brotherhood can access the city more easily. Alright, so it looks like we sanctified the sanctuary. We just need to get all the stuff there. Awesome. Wonder what would be easier to do. Guess we go this way. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make a few spells, I think. I need a better light spell. Because I'd rather do the light spell than the Night Eye, because Night Eye kind of is too washed out. Now, Lilac, didn't you say that technically the like the color of Night Eye and stuff can be changed? Because I believe what's funny is I actually have 2 mods installed to change the color of like the Night Eye and light spells. However, they're being overwritten by other stuff. Alright, sweet. And there's the Mages Guild, so I'll just hop up there and make a few things. I think we'll also make a training sword. Because I mean, True Flame is awesome. It does a ton of damage, but holy crap, does it like outshadow like anything that we found recently, even Daedric, by like almost more than 2 times the damage, and we're still not even 100 in blades. So plus, I think technically our blade will advance faster, which is weird because we'll be using it more often. Because if you have a weapon that just one-shots, I don't believe it trains as well. Yeah, I have a Night Eye changer that changes the color, right. Alright, so first let's make a spell.
Well met, guildmate.
Alright, so let's see here. I need to make a light spell on self. Right. So both of them are changed, right? Yeah, so I need to figure out, is there an INI file or something I have to do? So I think the magnitude for this one was 30. I'd like to go 60. Oh wow, it's actually really cheap. I mean, I'd like it maybe a bit cheaper, but yeah, like 55 is fine. All right. What should we call this? Hey, so Brave Scott, how's it going? Good to see you. Yeah, we just sanctified the Imperial Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary as part of Dark Brotherhood Remade. And I'm just making a few spells because I want to be able to train my Alteration and Illusion a bit more. But yeah, I'm making a better light spell. Let's see here. I'll just call it like Indoor Sun. There we go. Because I mean, it's gonna be pretty damn bright.
What can I do for you, Archmage?
Oh, Mask Arts doesn't change the Night Eye, but looking... Okay, cool. Gotcha. Although I don't... I'd have to take a look again. I don't think my Night Eye shader changer is actually working. Because I think it's supposed to... I mean, I like the way it is now. It's really good. Yeah, I'm just wondering where the options... Anywho. Now, what else could we do? Silence. Don't actually have a ton of... You know, I think I'll just stick with that for right now, and just keeping the caves lit up will be enough to train my my stuff. Oh, it is? Otherwise it would be blue? I'll have to take a look again, because I thought I picked, like... The Night Eye shader changer that I have is kind of strange, because... I don't know. Like, it has cool options, but, like, some of them are, like... I wouldn't want to stare at it for a while. Like, some of them give you that weird, like, ringed vision. Kind of like when you were starving as a werewolf in Morrowind, where you felt more beast-like, but sometimes that can get, like, tiresome to look at. But yeah, you're right. Otherwise, Night Eye is just pure blue, which is insane. And I don't even think it really helps that much, except for just making things monochromatic. Alright. So, Hope's Fire, you've been cool. But yeah, I'm thinking let's get a different blade, a little bit weaker, but it'll allow us to train Blade and Block a bit more, as opposed to killing things as quickly. So let's see here. Also, check that out. The Witch Hunter's Axe is like 50 damage. Now granted, we're 100 in Blunt, we're only 60 in Blade. So, Hope's Fire is gonna damage that at some point. Alright, so let me see here. Let's pick the next best sword. And hey, Saberwolf, how's it going? Good to see you. Next best... Alright, so we got like a Dragon Hunter longsword. And that's the Bloodmourn blade. The Bloodmourn blade was actually pretty frickin' sweet, actually. Let's see here. The damage is 24. That's 25. I guess let's do this Dragon Hunter longsword. Although, yeah, you know what? Let's just use our old thing. This thing is pretty damn good. Oh yeah? Okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Unchanged is unchanged. Okay, green, torch, mint, blue, red. Gotcha. Okay, cool. I'll have to check that out. It looks like it's set to torch right now. Where it's got that sort of yellowy thing, but I'll have to check out like mint and blue and red. But yeah, let's stick with the Daedric Bloodmourn blade. We'll see if we can't get anything cooler then. Dragon Blade. Dragon Blade is what I said. Put this dwarven stuff away. The dwarven orcish stuff we've been finding recently has just been an absolute craziness. Yeah, so I think maybe I have changed it and it is torch, but let's make it more magical and maybe go mint. I'll have to check that out. Anywho, let's head back and report to Arkwyn then. Oh, like you were somehow producing like a dancing flame? That'd be hilarious. Actually, you know, I learned a weird fact recently. And it's weird is in like, as soon as you hear me say it, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, but like you don't think about it.
Have mercy.
So fire doesn't cast a shadow. So if you put like a candle next to a wall, you're not gonna see the flame. You'll see the stuff in front of the flame, but not the flame itself, which is weird. Hey, Sleepy Savatier, how's it going? Good to see ya. We're doing the Dark Brotherhood Renewed quests.
Listener, how may I serve
Alright, so let's do this.
I'm sorry, most honorable listener, but I've already given you your weekly.
No, I'm not talking about that. Let me see here. Inactive teleporters. Yes, listener. Those are an interesting subject. They've been around for longer than I have been a member of the Dark Brotherhood. It is said that the Night Mother herself blesses them with her magic. Others have claimed that they are powered by dark magic lost long ago. I'm glad they actually give you time to read these. Each teleportation pad has what looks like an Ayleid stoneholder nearby. I believe they are energized by some form of Ayleid magic. I have tried to use Welkin and Varla stones in the past, but they don't work. Perhaps there's another variety that will. Oh yeah? Did your first run of Bloodborne? Cool. It looks like a very cool game. And you're getting Skyrim Remastered tonight? Yeah, actually I was thinking, when we do Skyrim, I might actually do Special Edition. What I'll do is I'll take a look at the mods that I've used in the past and see if they're available, because apparently since last time I've played, there's been a lot of mods converted over and new ones made, so I might even use Special Edition for when we do it. I believe there's still a ton of mods for what's considered Old Rim, or, you know, or the original Skyrim, but I'll have to see. Oh, it's on sale too? Cool. Red Welkin Stones. No, I'm afraid I haven't seen anything like that. Perhaps searching through Lucien's belongings at Fort Farragut would yield something. Oh. Cool. Any other things about inactive teleporters? As I understand it, both sides of the teleporter connected must be energized. They will not function until it is accomplished. Unfortunately, nobody is sure whether the end of the connection teleporters are. Hopefully, you will come across them soon. Alright, our sanctuaries. Which sanctuary shall we discuss? The Imperial City. Most welcome news indeed. With the bandits removed and the sanctuary once again ours, we can finally return to power in the Imperial City. All that remains to find is a suitable speaker to oversee things. If you have someone in mind, please let me know, or I can recommend someone. Did we like just pick random people? Oh, okay, never mind. Right, yeah. So on the Nexus, Old Rim has 56,000 mods as opposed to New Rim, which is 11,000 mods. So, yeah, like 5 times the amount for old Skyrim. But, you know, it could just be one of those things like the mods that I use are prevalent in both. So it would make sense to use the newer one, but we'll see. I did like the vid. Yeah, you know what? I've seen another one of that guy that does. It's really funny. What should they look up, Eliza, if they want to see those videos? Because that guy's hilarious. I've seen another one where it's basically some guy and they show the Oblivion case, and then he does like stupid Oblivion stuff. So like there was one that I saw where like he turned like abruptly, talked to someone, and then like walked through a bunch of furniture, like pushing him aside, because of course that's how the AI works. Oh man, that was hilarious. And of course, yeah, Eliza showed us, or showed me the one where they eat the poison fruit, and he did the whole like physics jumping out of the chair. Oh man. Who do you have in mind? I do not know how you feel about vampires, listener, but I believe there is one who would fit in perfectly in the Imperial Sanctuary. That makes sense. There's a lot of vampires down there, actually. His name is Morgan Le Fontaine. I believe you can find him most agreeable to becoming a Speaker of the Black Hand. Before you were recruited, he and Vincent used to perform some of the more difficult contracts together as a team. They never failed. I believe they are both from the same vampire clan. Doubt Vincent would discuss any of this with you. Vampires tend to be very private. I believe. Oh, sorry. Morgan's loyalty to the Dark Brotherhood was without question, though. You will find no equal when it comes to his exotic contracts, or to exotic contracts. I'm not sure. I mean, I feel like Starfleet's more likely to be at E3. My thing, right? I would say for E3 when it comes to Bethesda and the Elder Scrolls, I think the most that we're going to see, well, of course we're going to see ESO, because, I mean, they kind of have to. Because it's currently going and they're constantly updating it and stuff like that. TS6 in 2021. Yeah. But yeah, maybe a teaser. Like, just a small little, like, video of, like, maybe a scene. And maybe a title drop, and that's about it. Because I think it's way too early in development for them to be actually, like, releasing it soon. Anywho, let's appoint Morgan as speaker. Very well, listener. Now all that remains is to locate him. He has made his home amongst the other kin, dwelling in the sewers. Last time I visited, he lived near very modestly, needing only a coffin to rest in. There was a black hand banner hanging nearby. Oh yeah, we found that. He's unlikely to be moved elsewhere, so I would start looking somewhere in the southeast section of the sewers. Alright, cool. So we gotta find that coffin and basically like knock on it and like wake him up or something. Alright. Do I have a thing? The Welkin Stone will not take hold. Perhaps you must okay. Do I have any more? Or do I not have any? I do have one. But I guess it won't fit in that one. Maybe that's like a master one and I need like a great red Welkin Stone. Oh, Skyrim's announcement was sick. I was freaking out for days. Space Rim. I mean, if you think about it, lore-wise, right? All the stars, the moon, and the sun aren't like celestial gaseous bodies or, you know, solid planets like they are in our world. They're tears in reality that go into Aetherius. I don't know, I feel like that would be too much of a thing though. I feel like that'd be kind of insane. Like an Elder Scrolls set in Aetherius. I don't even know. The Elder Scrolls is colorful enough. I don't think we need to go to Skyrim space. Alright, let me see here. So we need to head back into the sewers. Do I have a... I don't have a marker. I believe there was one in the Imperial Market District? Check.
Good morning.
Yeah. ESO did it release Somerset Isles? Yeah, it did. So, you know, that's a thing. Here's the sewers. I'm wrong. Space Room's going to be awesome.
Where are you? Well, where are you?
It's just that, here's the thing though, it's not actually space, it's like another freaking realm. The trailer for it was sick. Oh, is this the indoor sun? Yeah, here we go. Okay, cool. Oh, you know what? There's a gate, but we can't open it? Heck, no, it's not in the barrels. Usually there's... Huh. Looks like we can't get in that way. That's weird. This doesn't actually look like the same market sewers. Or, I guess, technically I need to go through a different door. Yeah, they won't be able to follow me either. I guess... yeah, I guess we could go back in Sideways Cave. Just trying to figure out the fastest way back in there. Oh my gosh, Minotaurs. Hi there. Gosh. Oh yeah, you know what's so awesome about this blade is it has a ton of absorbed fatigue, so I will not run out. That was one of the big problems I was having using the other blade, is because that blade didn't have absorbed fatigue. It's our club. Put a glass warhammer. A serious question, will it be as good as Oblivion? You know, it's one of those things, everybody feels differently about all the different Elder Scrolls games, right? The way that I've always said it is that in order to have the best Elder Scrolls of all time, we need aspects from every single Elder Scrolls put into one game. So we need spell making, we need, like, maybe the attribute system, maybe not. Either that or more extended and unique perks. It would be difficult. Let's just put it that way. It'd be pretty difficult to be able to pull it off, because it would have to include a lot of mechanics. But you know, I'm remaining hopeful. Oh gosh. I think the Elder Scrolls Online is basically a separate project. I don't think it's going to be involved really in... Like, it has the title ESO, the Elder Scrolls Online, but it's really a separate thing. Because it's, I believe the parent company, ZeniMax, is funding and doing the developing for that. And really the connection with the Elder Scrolls is mostly an artistic and design feature. Alright, that's not the right way. I hear... Oh gosh, ogres and more drefts. Mostly Androcos, I don't even want to consider it, is where I'm coming from. I'm just not even accepting that as a fact, because I wouldn't bear it. Oh, really? That's what they thought? They thought it was going to be about the Infernal City? Oh, let's turn our light back on. Oh yeah, for those who weren't here earlier in the stream, I'm changing combat styles because we did max out our sneak. So I'm trying to train my block a lot more. And I've also changed my weapon. We were using True Flame for a long time, but True Flame is like twice the damage of a Daedric Longsword. So I switched to this so we'd be able to train a bit more. See, you know, I wouldn't have a problem if Bethesda came out with like a remake of Oblivion or Battle Spire or something like that. I'd be fine with that. I know a lot of people wouldn't like that, but I'd be fine with it because, gosh, that'd be amazing. I haven't actually played Battle Spire, but I've seen some of the stuff, and it's pretty interesting for like an older game. Like, isn't there like pirate ships and all kinds of weird stuff? I should try mining those veins. What do you mean those veins? Like with a pickaxe? Hi, giant spike. Oh, wait, what? Oh, no way! You can actually mine them too, and loot them. Oh, no way! What? Oh, I've read that stone tablet. Okay, wow. So, you can apparently get a lot more out of these rocks, and I've been totally missing that the entire time. That you smack them a couple times, and then more appears in the inventory of the rock. That's awesome. So you can like pry a couple of things off of it, and then you can mine it, and then it fills up with more stuff. That's intense. Oh no, this place does have a quest. We're coming back here because we need to like go through it. This is our Imperial Sanctuary place. Oh really? Can you get wood from axing a tree? Cool. You can also mine random stones and rubble. Cool. Alright, so we gotta find this coffin. I thought it was pretty close by. Got it, nice. Oh, Oblivion, why? Crashed right when we were about to meet the speaker of that place. Oh, really? The dungeon has the tablets, but no quests or anything in the vanilla game? I didn't realize that. Interesting. Like, I know Better Dungeons adds a couple of things, but I didn't realize that was actually a vanilla thing. Huh. Oh, it's saved outside the dungeon. We did go through it very quickly. At least we made all of our potions, or not potions, but spells and whatnot. So, you're saying that I can just, like... So I've already taken the stuff out of it. Yeah, there you go. Holy crap. It takes a bit. You can also get lichen. Wow. all the mining I haven't done. How many flawed topaz are we getting out of this? I need a pickaxe so I can swing faster. I think it's done. 7 flawed topaz! Yeah, holy crap. Welcome to the mining stream. No, I won't take... Actually, we have so many gems, we probably won't need any more of those. I'll probably just save that for, like, when we find Stalthrum and Ebony Veins. Oh, gosh. These things are nasty. Well, actually, we did okay. Wow. I actually do a lot of damage to these guys. Oh, you know, it's the small gods I'm thinking of. These guys aren't as crazy, but they can damage your abilities. Oh gosh, damn you! Damage my strength. Swishes to Minecraft stream. A take all key? Oh, interesting. Cool. Alright. Oh yeah, by the way guys, I also did make a decision about this playthrough as well. Because one of the things that I've kind of done with every playthrough in the past, and when it comes to the Elder Scrolls, is eventually I max out my skills in a certain like weapon type, and then I switch to a different weapon type. I kind of want to save archery for Skyrim, because that's going to be like our main thing for that. Oh god, that's a lot of dudes. Did I block 3 of them at the same time? That's awesome. But yeah, so I'm actually gonna do hand-to-hand in this playthrough. Because it's pretty druidy. Using your own hands to like maul people basically. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and it's gonna be pretty cool because I have enchanted hands installed. So we'll be able to cast spells as we're punching. And I'll be able to train like my illusion and alteration by doing like burden and silence on the punch. Minotaur champions though. Minotaur club. Two-handed silver mace. I thought I saw an elven warhammer. Elven blunt weapons always look so awkward. The blades look great, but elven blunt weapons, like, are pretty silly looking. I always thought that the silver and the elven warhammer looked very odd because of this elongated oval. Even if they squished it like from the top, it would look more like a hammer. Kind of looks weird like that. I don't know. That's just my opinion on morphology of weapons. Or make it wider on the side, but then it would be like some huge hammer. One of my favorite hammer designs in Oblivion is the Ebony Warhammer. You can find them a lot on Zolvies and stuff like that. Yeah, they're pretty wild. It's just a nice, uniform, square, like, dark hammer with gold engraved in it. Good looking stuff. The Oblivion Ebony Warhammer and the Dwarven Battle Axe is probably like 2 of my favorite vanilla designed weapons in the Elder Scrolls. Alright. Oh. I'll have to gather more of these red Welkin stones. Alright, let's make a save. Gosh, we got liches? Bone magic. Or your staff of sickness. Alright, wasn't there a thing here yet? Beautiful. There we go. Yes, mortal, what do you want? Arkwin sent me. Need I say more? So, you are the new listener of the Black Hand, eh? Let me see. Yes, excellent. You do indeed have the qualities we seek. Forgive my boldness, but I had to be sure. I'm not going into this lightly and take the membership in the Brotherhood, very seriously. I understand that you and Arkwin wish me to become the speaker for the Imperial Sanctuary, yes? Yes, the Sanctuary is waiting. Most excellent. I shall depart for the Sanctuary at once then. Give Arkwin my regards back in Cheydinhall. Alright, cool. I know you should... It's one of those things, right, where I'd say 95% of characters affected by Oblivion character overhaul is fantastic. But then there's that 5% from like modded content, or occasionally you get like Martin with his like brow that goes way, way down, or some other people that have unfortunate face proportions. Yeah, otherwise it's really good. Oh yeah, we're gonna do everything. So far we've done the Mages Guild quest line, we've done the Thieves Guild quest line. I guess we're like midway through the main quest line. We just did the Bruma Oblivion Gate. And yeah, so yeah, we're gonna do the Shivering Isles. I'm gonna do the Fighters Guild. We already did a little bit of the Dark Brotherhood. Now we're actually doing a modded portion of the Dark Brotherhood, so yeah. Or the people who have... Yeah. I mean, that's what happens, right? They just... oh gosh. The ghost got out. Also, what kind of blade are you wielding? That looks like the blade that Lucien Luchance had at one point. We gotta check that out. Orthus sword? Oh, that thing does look sick. Oh. Let's repair and see what it compares to. Yeah, the cup. The main quests compare. You know, it's one of those weird things, and again, this is my personal take on things. Oblivion's is an adventure, and it does primarily have to deal with you having to save everybody else's asses, because apparently you're the only one with the balls to close an Oblivion gate. That's basically what it is, and most of the main quest is, I mean, there's infiltration into the Mythic Dawn and stuff like that, but a lot of it is closing gates. That's like a majority of it. That and infiltrating the Mythic Dawn, which is fun. Don't get me wrong. Now then, when we compare it to Morrowind was a very involved thing where you had to basically go through the process of basically becoming the Nerevarine, whether you believe that to be a title or a destiny. And it's very cool, but I gotta say, the main quest does kind of drag at the 4th and 5th trials, where you have to basically do political maneuvering. and convince the great houses and all the Ash clans to support you. And that's where the game can kind of drag. When compared to the older games, Arena was pretty linear. That was more like delve 18 dungeons, and fight a dude. So that was pretty simplistic. But again, it was their first one. Daggerfall was also Daggerfall was actually pretty involved. Although I found that the way that quests were delivered in Daggerfall was just a little bit too old for my liking. Where you'd basically have to wait an amount of time before you actually could continue the main quest, which was kind of awkward at times. But it had a pretty cool story. It was just one of those things where, like, in my memory, it's not cohesive because I had to do so many things waiting for the next step. So I can't give you a good read on Daggerfall because it's all jumbled up in my memory from just getting lost in dungeons and doing faction quests. So yeah, it's a tough one. I have not played Redguard. When we decided to do the franchise playthroughs for Fallout and the Elder Scrolls, I chose not to do spin-offs, or the ones that were not numerical. Mostly because we'd be playing the franchise forever. So, maybe eventually, yeah. Oh, you're wondering because you only played Skyrim? Gotcha. So, but no, it's kind of one of those things. Oblivion's a great adventure, and I think there's some absolutely memorable moments in the main quest as well as the other quest lines. Actually, one of the things I can't stress enough: the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild quests, and if you do the modded Mages Guild quest for sorry, what is it called? Manamarco Resurrected. They're like some of the best guild quests in the entire game. It really is. So I'd heavily suggest that. And Morrowind is just a fun time too. So
May have a word.
but yeah, that's what I'd say. Hey, Death Slayer, how's it going?
I'm sorry, most
All right, let's talk about. I guess we can do our other sanctuaries now. So let's talk about Anvil. A most terrible situation. We received word from a contact in Anvil that my silencer there has performed a purification. Oh. The Anvil Sanctuary has been wrongly declared or desecrated, and Synthesis is not pleased. I must take some personal responsibility for this, listener. I allowed my duties as speaker to distract me from the daily affairs of the sanctuary. Now my former colleagues are all dead. Seek out Wilhelm, the Worm. He runs the Harborside Warehouse, and the Anvil Sanctuary has been a long-kept secret beneath its basement. Wilhelm will have the key and will only give it to someone who speaks the passphrase. The sanctuary must be cleansed of whatever infests it, and must be sanctified. Return here when this is done. Yeah, Death Slayer. No, I agree. I mean, granted, again, emphasis on this is my personal opinion, and everybody has a different experience of the games. But yeah, I have to agree. Morrowind has some of the coolest lore, like background lore behind what you're doing, and has probably one of the coolest environments in the Elder Scrolls. Oh no, well, Arkwin, see, here's the deal, right? We're playing a modded quest line. So one of the things that's happening, Arkwin stands there the whole time. Like if this is vanilla, all Arkwin does is stand there. You go and see her every week to be like, okay, cough up the gold, and like here's some dude who wants somebody killed. Like that's her purpose for like the rest of the game. So this modded portion basically makes it so that she now has a purpose beyond just standing there. So unless there's something more involved in the quest line later, I don't think she'll move from that spot.
How do you do?
All right, there's Wilhelm the Worm.
They call me Wilhelm the Worm because dirt suits me fine. Town lets me live in the warehouse to keep out the rats.
Alright, let me see here. Anvil Sanctuary. Excuse me, I have no idea what you're talking about. Sanguine, my brother. Oh, my apologies. I wasn't expecting someone so soon. Take this key, but be warned, something terrible awaits you. The entry is in the back of the warehouse. Please, let us not speak further of this in public. Alright. So I need to find the harbor. Oh yeah, that guy was Mythic Dawn. Oh yeah. Right, yeah, because certain most characters actually have a schedule. Does she not have a schedule? That's pretty funny. So she just literally stands there the whole time? Alright, let me see her. Flowing bowl. Okay, quality merchandise. Ah, here's the warehouse. I wasn't sure which one the warehouse was. There should be a back door, he was saying? Or do I just... I guess I just go in. Was that Maik? Was it?
Have mercy.
Oh, it is.
Maik knows much, tells some. Maik knows many things others do not.
Why is Maik on the docks? Usually he's running around. Rumors.
I have seen dragons. Perhaps you will see a dragon. I won't say where I saw one. Perhaps I did not.
Okay.
Maik wishes you well.
You mean like this? You mean like this right here? Like this one? This dragon right here that I tamed. It like took me an hour, but I frickin' did it. How about take a look at this dragon, huh? Yeah. I bet you're jealous. Frickin' A. Having a dragon's the fucking best. Now, granted, I am just the teensiest bit afraid that if you do travel a bit too far, the game will freak out because you're loading things so quickly. Anywho. Super cool. Make sure you tell them to stop. Then, there you go. Awesome.
Any new books you've been reading? May the wind
Anyway.
be
Just wanted to rub that in his face. Our indoor sun. There we go. Ah, here we go. Mysterious cave. Yeah. Oh, Oblivion. I'm noticing it's having a little bit of an issue with this this modded quest line. Wait, what? Alright, let me see here. Last time? Okay, we were in here. Gotcha. We're good. Thankfully, we have a simple save, which just saves every 5 minutes. It's fantastic. Alright, let's see what we have. No voice acting? Yeah, you know what though? I've definitely played games, modded stuff, where like I wish there was no voice acting. So seriously, like one of the message to modders. sometimes your mods are better off without voice acting. Unless you got quality voice actors and you can do it, that's a step above. Don't force voice acting into a mod that you're not prepared to have good voice acting. Just saying. That can sometimes ruin mods.
What is the color?
Oh cool, they have another door. Sanguine, my brother. That's true, you could just not install the voice files. That's very true. I see some... is it just me, or are they really dancing around? Wraith of Sithis. That guy's got a cool axe. Gosh. How's it going, Emparm? What a creepy door that was. Yeah, that's part of the vanilla game actually. When you first enter the Dark Brotherhood, that's the doors you sort of use. Gosh, I'm stuck. Overturned tables. There's so many wraiths. Man, we're really getting some good block training here, though. Gosh. There are a lot of them. One of them dropped a silver warhammer. Ow, 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 ow. Oh gosh, there's one behind me. It's like an Uruk-hai sword. Yeah, it's true. The Wrath of Sithis is there when they break the tenants, right? Sorry, I read Wraith of Sithis. This is actually Wrath of Sithis. Very close, but not the exact same spell. Undead with the silver weapon? Oh yeah, shouldn't that like unless the handle's wrapped properly. Gosh, imagine like being like a vampire or like a ghost, but like they're badass enough to like realize that like, yeah, I do need this weapon to like kill others of my kind. I need to like wrap it in leather to make sure it doesn't touch my skin and burn me. Did Blade ever do that? In the Blade series? Because that'd be sweet. It's been a while since I've seen those. Alright, the last of the unspeakable horrors of Sithis. Sithis' wrath have been appeased. Apparently, you know, being simplified in this case by just murder. And the Anvil Sanctuary is now sanctified. I should return Chaden Hall and inform Ark whenever progress. Alright. You know, appeased, murdered. It's like the same thing. Blade didn't need to? Okay, that's even more badass. Dead sister. Alright, let me take a look at this. I do have a few new blades to check out. Let me repair them. Get the full glory going. Vampire Count is gifted a silver ring when he screams in agony. Right, exactly. Alright, let me see here. So we got... Oh yeah, you know, I've got one of these before. This thing looks badass. Like the blade is like a little bit like iridescent or something. It's very cool looking. Brock used. Oh, it's used. More Mosil. Old War Axe. Oh, these aren't good. Darn. Really? Arquen and a couple of others do actually have AI packages, but wow. Oblivion character overhauls overriding them. Wow, wait, I've had that's weird. I've had a lot of issues with Oblivion character overhaul then. That's super weird. Huh. Yeah, why does it even alter AI packages? All it's supposed to do is alter the face textures. Unless it does extra stuff I wasn't aware of. Oh, Rain of Fire's a mod history website? Cool. Just checking out the place to see what's here. Oh, okay. I mean, as it, you know, I don't mind as much, you know. If she just wants to stand there all day, it just makes it easier to find her. It is funny though, in more Oblivion, where they basically take the Oblivion engine and remade Morrowind, it's actually pretty funny because Morrowind didn't have packages like that. So all of a sudden, like, everyone in the Mages Guild needed a bed and needed a spot to sit to be able to eat because it was like a required thing that people had AI packages. So it was pretty funny because, like, there are certain places where it's like, oh yeah, this is kind of like Morrowind, except there's like 5 more bunk beds. Like in the set, was it a Wolverine Hall that like weren't there before. Shrouded armor. Isn't shrouded armor not even worth anything? Whatever. I'll do my part to clean this place up. Jeez, though, I mean, you gotta give the person credit who made this mod. Friggin', they made it really look like shit went down. This guy got screwed. The chat. Oh, look at all this gold! Oh, so it's a load order thing. Gotcha. Gotcha. Because that one's first and it edits the way that the characters are. It also, right, because it's the same page. Right. Okay, cool. Got what you're saying. I understand. So in the load order, Oblivion character overalls higher. For good reason. So that, you know, people's faces actually change. But it also alters the character itself. Gotcha. Interesting. Oh my gosh. People, oh gosh, that guy's covered in knives and forks. That's very, oh gosh, that's unfortunate. Poor dude. Freaking A. This place really got screwed. The Wrath of Sithis is nothing to fuck with. Damn. Alright, did we take a look at this place? And can I activate the Night Mother Shrine? May the blessing of the Night Mother protect you while we sit this. Cool. Alright. Blasted with silverware? Yeah, man. It's not a good way to go.
Hello. What's going
Alright, let's save. Return back to Arquin.
on with you?
Excuse me. Hiccups. For some reason, like, I don't know, like, my hiccups are, like, more guttural and, like, sometimes painful compared to, like, other hiccups. It's weird.
I've been meaning to speak. Listener, how may
Barnacles.
I serve?
Hi, as I live and breathe, the great listener himself, I'm humbled. What do you need, matey? What's your story? Aye, now that's a tale of the ages. You sure you have the time to spare? I made me way here from Eastern Morrowind. What? to ply me trade at the Potomac Ocean, as in my younger days, and sailed far and wide, raiding ships abound for Akavir. 'Twas then one morning, nasty storm rose on the horizon. I swears it no normal storm either, matey. It was some kind of evil glow about it. Turned out to be one of them damned Oblivion gates, and opened on shore and swallowed up the whole port. I had nowhere to go. Tried to steer me ship, but she raked herself on rocks, I tell ya. The rocks just rose up out of nowhere. Me ship sank and my crew was killed. I woke up in a den of crazy plant lovers in Necrom, and was ranting and raving about Daedra or something, so I got myself out there real quick. Yeah, that's true. I should get Midas Magic Recall. You got it nice here, I tell you. Cyrodiil is a garden spot. Morrowind be burnt to ashes. There ain't much left to spit at now. I managed to get passage to Mournhold to Cheydinhall. Figuring once I get here, I may as well take up killing for a living. Did me first job outside the city. Some irritating old fool of a Dunmer gutted him good. Arquin found that night. Took me in here. Now I get paid to kill people, and has a nice place to live on top of all that. All right. There you go. We got a pirate.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
Shrimp.
All right, so I may have gotten a bit careless, but the contract...
Oh gosh. Shrimp. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the subscription. 5 months in a row. Welcome back to the Hoarder's Den.
I'm sorry, most...
Alright, let's ask about Anvil Sanctuary. Anvil. Listener, I've heard news from Anvil has been sanctified. This is wonderful. Sithis and the Night Mother will be most pleased. It is our next step to find a suitable speaker to run the sanctuary. If you know of someone, please let me know who they may be. Otherwise, might have someone in mind who would fit perfectly for the job. And who would you recommend? Rhaenyra, a loyal servant of the Dark Brotherhood for many years ago, but retired to settle a new life. She grew weary of life as an assassin and wished to pursue studies in the Mages Guild. The last I heard, she's living in Anvil. While she was with us, she performed many unique contracts and was destined for greatness. Few could match her leadership potential. We shall appoint Rhaenyra as speaker. Very well. I last heard she is getting settled somewhere in Anvil and taking up the study of magic in the Mages Guild. Unfortunately, we have lost contract after Bellamont made such a mess of things, so we need to inquire the locals to see where she is at now. Okay.
Under your leadership...
Wait, what is this? Oh, I don't know what that is.
The Black Hand will reign eternal.
Alright. Gotta get the speaker for the new place. Let's do it. Alright. But yeah, actually, I think I might start the stream earlier tomorrow to make up for all the times I've been sick and whatnot. So, let's go for like 5 o'clock tomorrow. And I'll start off just by like trying to get like as many Midas Magic spells together as possible, and then we'll continue the Dark Brotherhood renewed quest line. I think that'll be pretty cool. So I have to ask the locals. Oh, do these guys have a notice board?
Come on.
Yeah, they do. Let me see here. What do we have? Got a house for sale. Oh, in Daedra. Okay. No quests.
Crime doesn't.
Nope, okay.
Enough talk.
Let me ask one of you guys.
A pleasure to...
Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra, oh yes, I remember her. Rather brazen interest in necromancy, if I recall. You should speak to Carahel about her.
Well met, guildmate. Well met, guildmate.
Oh, You know what? Could I tame Sparky? That'd be kind of hilarious. All right,
Good
let me see
day.
here. Rhaenyra. There's a name I've not heard in quite a while. Rhaenyra came here seeking to study magic, but took a quick interest in the dark arts of necromancy. We cannot condone the study of such dark magic, and I was forced to expel her. Last I saw, she went to seek work at the Count's Arms.
Good day.
Wait, what's the cheese? No Peacemaker, the Count's Arms. Where's that? I'm not very familiar with Anvil. Okay, it's the inn.
Look at the muscles
I'm
on you.
gonna talk to
I'm
Wilbur.
Wilbur, owner and proprietor of the Count's Arms. We make beds and food available to guests. Can I help you?
Yeah, Rhaenyra. Strange to hear that name after so long. I don't know what you want with that wench. She's nothing but trouble. Came to look for work, and I was a fool to hire her. I only caught her trying to rob me late one night. Called for the guards, and they chased her out of the city. You need to ask them the rest. I was just glad to be rid of her.
What have you been up to?
Oh, because they are. I see.
Varel Morvain. Been making...
Oh, wait, actually, I need to ask a guard.
You too.
Crime doesn't pay.
Oh, yeah, I got you. Nira. Oh, yes. You mean that crazy necromancer girl Wilbur hired, right? I don't know what you expect to get out of her. She's a filthy thief. If you really want to find her, though, try Smokehole Cave. We chased her out of town and lost her just off the road to Gwenin Farm. That cave is the closest hiding place she'd have available, so don't go in there to the necromancers who call it place home. All right.
Stop talking.
Oh, is that actually a line from the Shivering Isles? I didn't even know that. Cool. All right. Smokehole Cave. Let me put a... can I put a marker? There we go. Cool. All right. Well, I've got to head off for the night. I got a tabletop game to go to. Starting a new one, so I got to research it a little bit. Make sure I'm ready. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed. And we'll be back tomorrow for some more Oblivion. If I can, I'll start around 5. If I can, I'll start even earlier than 5. So just check in. And yeah, we'll start off with some Midas Magic, and we'll do more of the Dark Brotherhood Renewed quests, as well as any Kvatch quests that pop up. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. See you, everybody!